Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com, and on Thursday I showed you a video with some new Seiko releases or Seiko new releases. We did the Save the Whale, Save the Sharks, the Great White, whatever they're calling it, Turtle and Samurai. And I told you to subscribe and follow me on Instagram because when new stuff comes out, you want to know. Well, already here it is Monday. I'm doing this video, and both of those models are sold out. More will arrive. But, just want to let you know, follow me on Instagram because usually I'll post a picture of something new, because I can do a photo much faster than I can do a video. And then you'll know that something cool will be coming down the pipe. So today is kind of like part two of that video, if you will. Seiko released a bunch of new Prospex divers, which I showed you, the Monster Samurai Turtle. And they also are going with, I think I actually got 8 new Presages. I think it's 8. I have 4 here that I'm going to show you, and let's get on with it. Here we go. Okay, so there are 8 new Presage releases, I believe. I've got 4 of them here to show you. I tried to pick a bunch of different dial colors so you can kind of get an idea, because sometimes photography is not always the best, and videos speak 1,000 words. So, well, a picture speaks 1,000 words, so a video speaks 1,000,000. I'm going to start off with, let's see, SRPD 37. And this is the one that I showed on Instagram this past weekend. It is a green dial beauty. It's, I took the Instagram photo in sunlight, so you could really see that gorgeous green dial. I do hope it comes out well in the video. I don't want to bump up the exposure too much because I'm going to lose some things. But anyway, this is model number SRPD 37. It is part of the Cocktail Time series, so just like your SRPB 41, 43, 46, 47, this is now an SRPD. They kind of keep going up in the letters. So it's just a green dial release. It runs on Seiko's 4R35 movement. It is a Hardlex crystal. We'll get all of that out of the way. It is 525. And let's go over the size. It's 40 millimeters in diameter. It's 12 thick. It's 46 on the tip to tip. It is a nice exhibition case back. It is a made in Japan watch. I believe it says made in Japan right there. We'll zoom in on the dial in a minute. 20 millimeter lug with a nice deployant buckle. 50 meters of water resistance. 2-second segue. So this is a box crystal, box Hardlex, if you will. And it's called box because they're kind of the style where it juts up at the bezel and then goes flat, as opposed to a gentle curved or domed crystal. A lot of you complain about this box Hardlex. Why don't you make sapphire? Box sapphire is very expensive to make. But yes, I have answered the call, and I will be. I currently have under production box sapphire crystals for the Cocktail Time series. Your USA versions, I don't think it's going to fit the Sarbo 65, but that's coming. It will not be inexpensive, I can tell you that much. Don't look for it to be 50 or 60 bucks. Look for it to be probably triple that. Anyway, so 4R35 deployant buckle, green dial, yellow seconds hand. The dial is absolutely spectacular. It's so nice. The date with the black background and the white numbers, hand winds, hacks, cool, very nice. Oh, I guess the date's gonna go right. Let's go. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay, so this is like I said, SRPD37. Let's move on to the next one. So next is one of the Power Reserve models. Like some of the ones we carry now, this is just a new release, a new colorway, SSA 393. This goes for $575. It runs on Seiko's 4R57 movement, which incorporates a Power Reserve needle over here, a date feature at the 6 o'clock. It is 40 millimeters in diameter, 14 thick to that box Hardlex. Again, box sapphire is on the way. 48 millimeters on the tip to tip, screw in case back, 20 millimeter lug, blah blah blah. All the same info as the rest of the Cocktail Time series. I will show you. So when you wind it, you'll see that needle starts to go up to signify you can go all the way over here to about 40 hours of power reserve. The dial is a chocolatey brown. It's very nice. The second hand and the tip of the power reserve hand is done in gold, as well as the date hand. The date hand, I'm just not a fan. I mean, it's nice to give the dial a little more interest because power reserve needle being in this quadrant is awesome. But I understand I'm not the youngest anymore, but I can barely read the damn thing. I would have much preferred some kind of an elegantly placed, flipping window instead. But nonetheless, so it's on there, 4R57. Also made in Japan, comes on a nice strap. Signed deployant buckle. Model number SSA, 393. So now I'm going to take you to the first two ones were cocktail time, take you to the non-cocktail time releases. This is just a Presage dress watch with a 41 millimeter case, 12 thick, 2A, sapphire crystal, 48 millimeters on the tip to tip. Screw down case back, made in Japan, runs on a 4R35 movement. That means date only, no day. But yes, sapphire crystal. It is domed slightly, so you can see the reflections here are killer. 50 meters of water resistance, comes in a beautiful bracelet with double butterfly push button deployant, 20 millimeter lug, solid links, solid end links. Nicely done. This is, I don't know if I mentioned the part number, this is SRPD 41, and the price is $525. This also comes in a white dial. Let me zoom in on the dial real quick so you can kind of see it. It's really nicely done. Did I zoom in on that power reserve that I showed you a minute ago? I actually don't remember. So just in case I didn't, well, that's the green one. What's wrong with me? Ay, ay, ay. There you go. Just in case you didn't get a look at it. I don't remember. Again, sometimes it's really tough to see colors in photos. So you'll notice that the blue kind of has a bit of a texture to it, as do the markers. Very nice effect. Silver hands, excuse me, silver second hand. The hands themselves, as you see me, hello, the hands themselves are done in like a white or a creamish color. None of these have lume, by the way, but makes it easier to read because silver sometimes gets lost in reflections, and you can't see what the heck is going on. There she's going. So very nice. But I'm sorry, I got a little lost. I was saying that there's texture on the dial and on the markers, and there's a white dial version as well. This watch is $525, by the way. There's another white dial that has a very similar texture to it. Really striking, nice, kind of like a hidden little visual art there. Let's move on to the last one. So the last one I'm going to show you is model number SSA 395. Again, running on a 4R57. We've got the date at the bottom with the power reserve in this quadrant. Really cool. So here you can, I think, a little bit better see the nice detailed dial and the texturing on the markers. So let's see. So this is 42 millimeters in diameter, 14 thick to a sapphire crystal, 49 on the tip to tip. Screw down case back, exhibition, made in Japan. 50 meters of water resistance, 20 millimeter lug. Same nice bracelet. Let's look at the tagging real quick. SSA 395, and then you can see the price is $675 for this dial. There's also a green dial as well in this one, much the same as the other the green cocktail time that I started off with. So what I will do is I'll try a couple of them on, and then we'll be done. I didn't do a wrist check, by the way. I'm only wearing one watch today. This is what I'm wearing, my Maxi Marine chronometer. Sorry about that. So here is the first one I showed you, that green dial cocktail time. Awesome. Photos on Instagram, one of my better performing posts. Looks great. The other cocktail time with the power reserve. There's two more cocktail times. They're limited edition 8,000 piece runs that I'm not showing you, with gold cases and brown dials. Come in a nice presentation box with extra strap. It's a little commercial there, but here's the other power reserve with that chocolatey brown dial. On to the blue dial. I love blue. This is a different kind of blue, more of a subdued blue, maybe a dressy blue. I can't get the camera out of the way. It's ridiculous. but it's, you know, I'm in an enclosed studio here, but you get the idea. It looks awesome, fits me fine. It would fit anybody, you know, 6 3/4 inch wrist, you know, plus or minus, it'll fit great. And there is that last one, the white dial power reserve, kind of a textured-ish dial, just like the blue one, but you know, it's one of those things you really have to be up close on it to truly appreciate it. Really very nicely done. Again, just not a big fan of the way they do the date on these. Functionality is kind of lost, but I understand the need for a little bit more interest on the dial. So this has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com showing you a bunch of new Presage releases from Seiko. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel if you've not done so you get these release notices. Follow us on Instagram as well, please. Put your comments below and everything else you want, and I will address them as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.